Alright guys, so I did want to say real quick that this is how to install a short shifter minus one step, because I'm really just re-greasing my short shifter, taking it all out, cleaning it. So today I'm going to be pulling out my short shifter because for whatever reason there's some resistance when I'm changing gears. I already checked everything up front near the engine bay. Nothing is messing around with the shifter cable bushings or the shifter cables themselves. So yeah, next thing I'm gonna do is pull out the short shifter, re-grease everything, and see if anything is messing up right there. Let me show you guys what's going on. There, I gotta take off this. There's gonna be like 2 screws in here. There's like 1 or 2 screws down here, and there's another 1 to 2 screws on this side. On top of that, if you take this off, you got 2, I believe they're 10mm bolts right there. And then once you pull this off, there's I think 2 screws holding this down as well. So just to show you guys, you just pop it off. There's this one and that other one over there. You're going to have to disconnect this, and once I take this off, this should come off easily. And here are the, right there, 1, 2 that I was talking about. And yeah, basically we have to remove all the plastics. I've done this before. Like I said, I already have a short shifter installed, so I just got to take everything out and then we'll see what's up. Alright, note to self, if you lock yourself in the car, if you need to get something from the trunk, just reconnect this, pop that back in there. Go. Alright, so now you can see that all of this will basically come off. Now we're here. Alright, so this is where the messy job starts happening. Where the fun also begins. So now that we're here, you're gonna pull out this clip right here. Make sure you keep track of everything. There's a washer right here as well. So this, now that it's pulled out, you do want to clean everything. I mean, if you're going to be installing the short shifter for the first time, you're going to do this anyway. But like I said, I'm not going to remove these bolts right here, because really I'm just going to clean out this. I already have the base that you get when you do install a short shifter, but the purpose of this video is just to re-grease this internally and that part right there. So now that this is out, there is a pin that runs through along right here. So you do want to get something this diameter. Probably going to use an Allen key or maybe a screwdriver, and then hammer it out. Once that pops out, you also have this one right here. So you have this washer. It's a real pain to get to. The first time that I did this, I'm pretty sure I broke it and I somehow got it back in. So you got to use whatever you got to use. I'm going to use a flathead and try and get that out. And same thing, if this doesn't come out easily that way, then I'm just going to hammer it with something until I can pull it out through this side, and then this assembly should just lift up. But let me get started on that and then we'll see what happens. Alright, so I just got a 5.5mm Allen wrench. It fits perfectly, so maybe not so perfectly. Maybe a 5. There we go. Just want to go ahead and hammer it all out. Make sure you don't lose it. So that's in there. So technically this should pop up now, but we still got to get this side out. And that's the side that's going to be the real pain. But once that's out, we're that much closer. Gears probably won't be that easy. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I broke it the first time that I did this. Yeah, I did. As you can see right here. It is what it is. It just holds it in place. It's fine. So now that that's out, same thing. We're gonna go ahead, whack this bad boy out. This whole assembly right here comes out. I mean, it's kind of hard to mess this up putting it back. There's really only one way that it goes. So this, you can always pull it out. This wasn't installed the way it was supposed to be. This is actually supposed to hug around this right here, but when I had put it on, I had messed that up. But we're gonna do it properly this time. And now this right here just straight comes off. And yeah, we're just gonna go ahead, pull this out, set this to the side, clean everything, and put it back on. All right, so now it's the hard part. You can't pull out the short shifter without taking that off. So I think I originally had done this when everything was still held on, like when the pins were still inside, but I already skipped that step, so we're just gonna do it this way. So basically you just have to pop that out this way and the other one the opposite way, but it's kind of hard to film and take it out, so I'll just show you guys when I pull it out. All right, so I got it out now. I already cleaned the short shifter a bit so that you guys could see like how it is right now. I'm not sure how I'm gonna pop this out. I think it should just come out, but let me put that there. Then I'll hold this shit down here. There we go. So here it is. So this is basically the short shifter right here. I gotta clean all of this out, and then I cleaned up this area already just so that to show you guys some stuff. So a part of this, or oh, right here, you can actually see that this broke off from right here. So that was probably traveling somewhere and causing some type of resistance. And then also I'm seeing that down here, let me just set this down. You guys see that plastic piece off to the side right there? I'm not sure what that is. Oh shit. But that also broke off. So there definitely is signs of things that could have caused resistance. So I gotta clean everything out, inspect everything, and yeah, I'll show you guys what's up. Alright guys, so I did want to say real quick that this is how to install a short shifter minus one step, because I'm really just re-greasing my short shifter, taking it all out, cleaning it, but that I'm not including in this video. So you see these four right here. With your short shifter kit, you are going to have to put these spacers right here. It lifts up this whole assembly, but what I'm not including in this video is that your stock ones don't look like that. So you basically just take off these 4 bolts. So you basically just take off these 4 bolts, the 1, 2, 3, 4. You pull them out, and then what I did, I just slid in that spacer, and your kit should come with extended bolts that you use to screw it on. But other than that, all of this is the same. So you still have to remove everything that I did. You still got to clean this out. So that's the only step that I'm not showing in this video, but this is still very similar to installing the complete short shifter. Yeah, I just wanted to make that note, because I know some of you guys that are watching this, to install a short shifter are probably going to be like, well, what about these spacers that I got? So yeah, you're gonna remove the 4 stock ones, and you're just gonna slide in those spacers and the new hardware, and that should be it for that. All right, y'all, so to pop these off, usually it's very difficult unless you got one of these bad boys. Let me just show y'all for size comparison. That shit's all the way to my elbow. But when I had done this originally the first time, it was really freaking hard. But I'm guessing I use like needle nose pliers, but with this, it's like, oh, well, it's that easy. I'm pretty sure it's because of the leverage. So yeah, if you guys have a pair of these, go ahead and use them, because I didn't struggle at all compared to when I used my needle nose pliers the first time I did this. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this out, re-grease that as well. I already cleaned all these other parts, and I cleaned this as well. So now it's just about cleaning everything, re-greasing everything, and putting it all back together. So yep, use some big heavy duty channel locks or some long pliers with leverage, and it should come out like butter. Like, this was really no struggle at all compared to the first time I did this. It was such a pain to take these out. All right guys, so this is what I have handy, so this is what I'm gonna use. So I popped this back in. I just hit it with the mallet. But yeah, so I re-greased the ball, I re-greased this, and then to put it in, I just put it in and I hit the top part of this with the mallet against the ground. Also, I re-greased this bottom part where it's about to go into. So yeah, now this is just gonna fall in there. Actually, I'm gonna add a little bit of grease to this part. It doesn't have to be the neatest job, as long as it's got something on it. I'm gonna go ahead, put that back. So this, I don't remember how I popped this in here the first time. I think it's the same thing. I just hit it with the mallet, so that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. All right, so it's in there, but I just remembered something as well. That it honestly, when I pulled this out, it just came out, and the reason for that is because when this right here gets clamped down, it's gonna create pressure that's just gonna hold that down. So you can slightly tap it so that it's together, but I don't know if you guys remembered, when I pulled out the assembly, it just came out. So I just remembered that, but oh well, it's in already. Now it's time to put in this clip again. It goes this way, or at least that's how I pulled it out of mine. I'm not sure if I put it in incorrectly the first time, but that's how I'm gonna put it back in. And then yeah, I'll start connecting everything again. All right, y'all, so I know this looks like a mess. There might be some blood in there too, but that clip down there is probably the hardest one to put in. So just a summary, a recap of everything that happened. So I greased everything in there. I know I've seen videos where people are just slightly greasing it, but when I originally installed this years ago, there wasn't really that many videos on it, and the forums, well, the dudes on the forums were saying to hella cake this with grease, and that's what worked out for me the first time that I did it. So that's what I did again this time. So here we go. I re-greased this right here. There's a washer right here, and then you put the clip back in. I re-greased this whole bolt that goes all the way through. I added some grease here. There is a black bushing in there where the spring has to go around. I greased the ball, and I popped the cap back in with a mallet, a rubber mallet. I greased the inside of the ball. When I close this, for this section right here, I actually used a lug nut, but I mean, I've seen other people use different things, so I just used, I think I used it like this, and then I hammered that side in all the way so it created pressure again. And then for this one, I just held this part down and I just hammered in that skinny piece that went in here. So I just hammered that all the way in. And then for that clip, I don't even know how I did it. The first time I did it, I just sacrificed my fingers and I just got it done. And this second time, I somehow started with one side and I used a screwdriver, a flathead, to leverage the other side all the way around and then popped it in. So that's how I did it for whatever reason. So it feels really good right here, but for whatever reason that was always slanted for me. It never sat like that. So if some of you guys have this same issue, let me know, just so that I know if it's normal or not. I remember I had asked some guy who also works on Celicas, and he told me that his was like this as well. So just let me know. I know it looks messy. I'm gonna clean it up slightly, but like I said, originally when I had first done this, there wasn't that many videos on it, and I was just going based off what the dudes on the forums were saying, and they were saying to just like hella pack this thing with grease, especially if you were gonna run a short shifter. So that's how I did it again. But yeah guys, that's it. I did want to mention for these again, there were rubber bushings originally when I took these out. Like I said, I'm not gonna do that in this video since I've already done it, but just so that you guys know. So I forgot to say, I got to put the plastics back on. It's just going in reverse order of how everything else happened. I'm not going to show that because the main point was just to show the assembly of this and how to re-grease it, or how to install your own short shifter for the first time. So if you guys like these videos, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one.